So, you know what I did after playing a few days of the new hardcore PvP server game mode? I legit went and downloaded Call of Duty to get PvP. And, I was actually having a lot of fun with Call of Duty, surprisingly, but I can't really say the same with BDO's new PvP server unless I'm streaming, which is a different story. Which, quick plug, I have been live streaming here more recently on Twitch and YouTube. Usually I'm on like around 10:30ish Eastern time with really no specific days. It's honestly pretty sporadic, but I try to stream for a couple hours. So make sure to follow and come by, say hi so I don't fall asleep in my bed. But back to the point of this video, I just don't know what PA is thinking and or doing, right? And, let me go ahead and just apologize. I hate being kind of overly negative, and I do think some core changes can make the game mode a little bit more fun and interactive. But as of right now, in theory, it sounds cool and theoretically it should be fun. But right at this moment, if I'm not streaming, I just find myself kind of logging onto the hardcore server. I do my 20-ish minute-ish quest, and then I log off. And maybe in between that time, as I'm doing that quest, I may potentially get some PvP action to only then be griefed by the safe zone, which is wild, bro. Right? There needs to be some type of cooldown on being able to get in and out of that stupid safe zone. Like maybe I don't know, 45 seconds to 1 minute, but there needs to be something, because you can literally just pop out, go for a grab. If you miss the grab, go back straight into the safe zone and just wait for the grab to come back up, and then rinse and repeat, bro. It's super, super annoying. So that needs to be addressed. Of course, only having 4 classes to choose from is kind of stupid. And I mentioned that in one of my previous videos, which I was hoping that they would actually change that and allow us to play all the classes, or maybe even half the classes before the game mode was actually even released. But nope, not at all, which again is just a stupid direction to go in, because you're just going to limit the player base. Because if they don't main one of the 4 classes, then why are they going to go play and get stomped by people who do main one of the 4 classes, right? I've had quite a few viewers come in and I'm like, hey, have you tried out the hardcore PvP server? What do you think? And they're like, no, because I don't play any of those classes. So they're not even willing to even try it because of that. The point system. So I'm not sure how they came up with this design, but it legit makes no sense on why it should take forever to get points, either by PvP or PvE, which seems like PvP may be the quicker way of getting the points. However, if you die either by a mob or a player, you lose a substantial, and I mean a substantial amount of points. So essentially, the amount of time it takes you to gain your points can be completely wiped out after a few deaths. I went from having 50 points after killing 4 or 5 people in a row while also doing some PvE on the side, which was probably I don't know, 30, 45 minutes of game time, to then get killed 3 times in a row and pretty much dropping to around 18-ish points in literally a matter of minutes, which, I think you only gain 10% of the points when you kill someone, and you lose 30% of your points if you die. So yeah, what's the point of trying to, grind or PvP for points when you're just going to completely lose them faster than what it takes to gain them, right? In my opinion, I think it needs to be opposite, where it's easier to gain the points and you lose less points. Or if they don't want to do that, then maybe you just make it where you gain the points faster since you lose them fast. Also, this is a PvP game mode, so why is there a penalty in which you lose your points for doing PvP, right? If you have way more points than someone else, which, sure, I get it. PA doesn't want the top players to camp the newer players, but, at a certain point, it should just be where, if you have a certain point range, if you kill that lower player, then you get either no points or maybe you just gain like 1 point. But you shouldn't be penalized for PvPing in a PvP server. So yeah, their point system really needs to be looked at. The size of the map, like, bro, why does the map have to be so big? Like, I'm pretty sure I spend a lot of my time literally just autopathing from one area to the other. Like, I just really don't think the map needs to be that big. Like, they probably could just cut the current map in half and that should be fine. And at least that should allow for more PvP action to happen. So rewards, I think the rewards are actually pretty good in my opinion. Like, you can make like, what, 900 million in about 15 to 20-ish minutes. I mean, that's pretty good. And you can also save up and get fail stacks. The issue I have is the way you get those rewards, which is through the daily quest. So again, this is a PvP game mode, right? Like, I'm pretty sure that's the main focus. So why is the daily quest only killing PvE mobs? Like, am I missing something here? Like, why isn't the quest go kill like maybe 75 mobs and then go kill 5 players? Or maybe you just have one quest that, you know, gives you where it tells you to kill 75 mobs, and then you go turn that in, and then you get maybe like, what, 750 points. And then if you really despise PvP, which I guess that kind of begs the question on why are you even on the PvP server? But either way, if you really only want to just kill the mobs, then you can do that and then just go turn in the quest, right? Get your points and be done, right? But if you wanted to PvP, then you could just do another quest after that PvE quest, where, you know, it has you maybe go kill 5 of those players, right? And then you can get an additional 750 points for a total of 1,500 points, right? Like, I just feel like there should be some type of PvP interaction in this game mode since it's literally designed for PvP. Another issue is mana potions and how slow your character feels when you try to do a combo. Like, all game modes, such as AOS, Node Wars, Red Battlefield, and even PvE, right? You are like fully buffed, including Vel's Heart, right? It's always running. So, you know, we're conditioned on that attack speed. And then we go into this hardcore PvP server, and I just feel like a snail, bro. Like, I just feel so slow. It just doesn't feel good. And then on top of that, you know, the poor Sorks, right? They don't have mana potions, which sure, you know, you can use Q to consume shards to get mana back. But however you look at it, you know, the Sorks are just at a disadvantage when you compare it to the other classes, right? And it just feels rough for them. So here comes my final point. Literally, all of the developer time was used to make this. And it feels like this game mode, in a way, is in beta testing. Like, I feel like I'm a beta tester. And you know what's even crazier? Like, I legit kid you not. If Shadow Arena was re-released, that would have been more fun than what we have right now. Which is just crazy to think, right? Let me say that again. Shadow Arena, that was taken out of this game because they couldn't resolve the exploits, which could have been easily fixed. But supposedly that's why they took Shadow Arena out, was because of the exploits. But if they would have just reactivated Shadow Arena back into the game, it would have been way more popular and way more fun than what we currently have right now with this hardcore PvP server game mode. Like, how is that even possible? Like, they should just legit just scrap this game mode and just give us Shadow Arena back. I just don't understand why they are so against Shadow Arena. I mean, you know, it was so popular that they ended up making it a standalone game, which severely failed, and rightfully so, because the population wanted Shadow Arena to be in BDO, right? Not standalone, but in BDO. And maybe that's why they won't put it back into the game, is because they're just embarrassed by that. But I don't know. I'm going to end it right there because I can rant on and on And, you know, obviously I love BDO and I only want what's best for the game, but I'm just disappointed. You know, I'm really disappointed with this hardcore server. And of course, you know, there are other issues too that I didn't even talk about, but that's kind of the main issues that I have is what I just currently spoke on. So, you know, I do think if they can make some core changes, right, it has the potential to be a really fun game mode. But let me know your thoughts down below. Do you enjoy the new game mode, or are you, you know, disappointed with it as well, kind of like how I am and seemingly a lot of the rest of the community, or are you just playing it just because the rewards? But, you know, I hope you have a great upcoming week, and I will see you in the next video. Peace. Oh, got the double CC, baby. Oh, got the kill. Oh, come on, baby. Come on. Yeah. Oh, get the drop. Let's go. Oh, yeah. Give me that 2-piece. That'll wake you up, honey. See, that's why I gotta be quiet.
Sunsets on black desert sky. It's just you and I.